It's VG Gaming Reborn versus Newbee, and I'll let you know our observer today is me. Apparently, Waga, we have to let everyone know now who the observer is. At least the people
so they have
know.
someone to blame.
Yeah. Oh, they're just like, they should introduce the observers. Okay, everyone, I'm your observer. So if you have anyone to blame, you can blame me.
That's because they have bonfires where they wanna, celebrate the great observing.
Did you miss that kill that happened simultaneously? I'm gonna
Was it
kill
you?
you. So here we are, Waga, the last game for us today.
Yep.
We were coming to this saying, is it going to be another long one? Because the game was an hour. It was action-packed 1 hour game.
27 minutes.
Huge comeback by Newbee when they were not ahead. You're saying 27 minutes, and I said, I will wait till I see the picks. The very first pick is a drought, so there's a pretty good chance this game could be a quicker one.
Yeah, I believe so. It's probably not going to be an hour-long game at least, because drought, either you sort of win before 30 minutes or you lose around 40 minutes. That's kind of how many of the drought lineups can work. Of course, that's not really a rule that always has to be that way.
Yeah, sometimes I see 60-minute drought games where they're sitting in the fountain bleeding the other team to end it.
She does get pretty strong, though, when you hit that late game. If you have Aghanims and 2 Mjolnirs or something, the DPS is insane.
Plus, for some teams, we've been seeing kind of the drow +1, like a Medusa, let's say, where it's always like they have that insurance policy for someone to carry through in the game later on.
They could also go Weaver, since they have How. They could do a solo mid drow if they wanted to, and have support to protect her, and have a Weaver safe lane. Weaver is insanely strong. Or even contest aggressively with a Weaver.
Yep. We could see the Enchantress come out.
Oh yeah. We can see a lot of different...
typical common pairing with Lady Drow Ranger.
And of course, the Chuan Lion gets banned out again. Actually been respected here by Vici Gaming in both games, I believe.
But no Elder Titan ban.
No.
So we could be seeing that here, possibly for Vici Gaming Reborn.
And I'm happy to say that Elder Titan, his win rate is feeling pretty good. I haven't looked at any stats for it, but I've seen a lot of wins.
I see him, and I see him winning on
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's fair to say.
I know Vilat has Huskar down as his highest win rate, but that hero gets picked all the time, and I see it losing sometimes.
I have seen it lost.
Elder Titan, though, it gets picked by teams that are confident with Elder Titan, you know?
Interesting. Vici Gaming Reborn, Wisp acts as their opener. Don't get to see Wisp very often in a lot of these Chinese teams.
You really don't.
Usually they're the teams like avoiding it or banning it out, not wanting to deal with it.
They're just scared of FY's Ricky. It's a little bit tempting to just ban that one instead, I guess, and that's what they're gonna go for. But this is an easy Titan game. Come on, there's a Wisp. He relocates in, you stomp. Doesn't get much more straightforward. We'll see what they want to do here, but Vengeful could be an option, of course, having that swap to save out your Drow. Of course, good way to get her out of the Wisp relocate as well.
Very true. We'll have to see, though, where priorities lie here with Newbee.
Oh, yeah.
Because the other thing you always have to consider, Vici Gaming, who knows? Maybe they take what Secret ran against them. I see an Axe and an IO. They grab up a, they throw in a casual Huskar in the second phase.
And an Ursa.
And an Ursa,
Yep. Yeah,
Newbee
they could
won't
be
know
heading
what
that
hitting them. So.
Could be heading down that path, for sure. Vici Gaming, they have experience to the sharp end of the Huskar Spear. Not so fun to be on that end.
I would have put it past FY. He could adapt it. This would not be the best target to Huskar into. Slardar, heavy physical burst, has the amp damage. And Drow too. So now you get kind of a frontliner. You get your initiator. You get someone to help out with the Roche quite a bit here. Just a good solid hero.
That's a TA opening, dude. And Mu is a great TA. Now I want to see that from Newbee.
Oh yeah.
You have Slardar on your team for the minus armor. You have Drow for the extra damage on the mid lane, and then you just take Roshan super easily. And your physical damage when you go on anyone is absurd. Like even when Axe uses his call, he's still gonna die. Interesting pick and possibility. Vengeful gets removed because they don't want to give them even more armor reduction and physical damage, of course.
Absolutely, and another way to kind of bail out the Drow if any trouble is necessary.
Sure. Yeah.
Newbee.
I think it would have been a more solid opening, actually, than the Slardar, but maybe Slardar would have gotten banned. They do play it, and so do Vici Gaming. So after taking the Axe, they could have banned out the Slardar. Who knows?
Now we got to see what is something Vici Gaming Reborn planning to do here. It's an early grab for the Axe. It doesn't really tell a whole lot, so you can't really just kind of isolate.
I like the idea of a Dazzle in this game. Dazzle against Drow Ranger and Slardar. You get so much armor with the Weave and Wisp with Dazzle. I still think people underestimate that combination. Just the power of the heal is really, really good. Storm gets banned out. Right. So TA still open for Newbee if they want to go down that route.
I don't think Vici are going for a Huskar now, Waga. I think they would have welcomed the Storm with open arms if that was the case.
Yeah, I don't think that Vici are Huskaring. Just against the Drow Ranger and Slardar, you don't want to do it.
10 seconds remaining.
Fair enough. So they fear instead gap closers like that. On the other side, Newbee still targeting out the core heroes here, removing not just the Slark, but the Lifestealer as well. Two very good man mode heroes.
Yeah.
And able to kind of, possibly jump lines and get in the face of Drow.
Well, that's been what they're doing. Kind of all their bans are targeting heroes that really close the distance quickly. The Ricky and the Batrider, Slark and the Lifestealer, all of them get on top of you and just kill you. So that's something you want to avoid as a Drow Ranger. You don't do well when the enemy get that close. Pretty sensible bans, I feel, so far. Vici Gaming is pretty open. They haven't really shown too much of their strat so far. You can do anything with the Wisp Axe opening, really. You can lane Axe, you can go jungle Axe fully into a lot of things here.
Still kind of in a phase where Beastmaster just isn't a hero anymore, man. What happened?
None of these teams will go for it here. I think he's still good, but you're just running the risk of your Necrobooks turning into food. And some teams, especially teams with a lot of physical damage, they come to that point where they just farm your Necrobooks.
Rubik is going to be the choice. Are we in store for the FY God Rubik?
I believe so. Actually, DGC has played Rubik as well in games that they played.
Okay.
Which to me feels, that's ludicrous. We need FY, but I'm not sure between Wisp and Rubik who's going to play which of them. But I have seen FY play, I believe it was when they had Bounty Hunter or something, and Rubik. Then FY is like, okay, I'm fine with either, I guess.
I guess they can hand it off either way. Trying to figure out the purpose, though, of the Rubik here.
Yeah.
Null, it's not like, we need the precious Null Field to help on top of the Magic Burst. There's not like there's huge, hefty spells to steal.
It is an awkward pick, taking the Rubik before the enemy has picked any big spells. Crush, obviously, from Slardar is quite good, and the minus armor is also quite good, the amplify damage. But you don't have any massive spells to steal. There's no Enigma on the enemy team or something like that where Rubik just shuts down that one hero.
I'm just not convinced it's like, with something like you were mentioning, the Elder Titan and other supports out there, I'm not sold yet
or
why
even
Rubik was the choice. Over stuff like that. Yeah, those are like, that's the hot picks right now.
I'm
Rubik,
questioning it too, yeah.
So we'll wait. Maybe it will reveal itself. Hey, speaking of the devil, Disruptor comes out, a hero I love. I think he's like my second most played or something. A fantastic hero, very good against the Wisp, but very good for setup.
And Thunderstrike is probably the best support spell on level 1, I would argue. It's 160 damage, it has really good range, and it's just so easy to harass people with it. I think it's insane how good that is for laning stage.
You know what I think would be one spell to actually match that title for best level 1 support would be maybe Chilling Touch. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good, especially in try versus try scenarios.
But you're right. I mean, getting something like Disruptor opens up a lot of options like that, and the response, VG Gaming, just casually snag up a Clinks.
And has played Clinks before, quite recently. I was watching Vici Gaming's replays a lot yesterday, as we got the, we get the idea what teams we're gonna cast. We start looking into teams a little bit more.
We do some research, I guess.
We do. I mean, a little bit.
People think we don't, but sometimes I look at stuff online.
You really gotta watch every single team though to prepare for this. But I think End plays it quite well. He's had some games where he makes quick rotations down to the enemy safe lane and just snags up multiple kills. He has a good understanding of how to make use of this hero, which is movement, of course. And he can even scout out targets now for the Wisp to relocate in. And if he brings a Blink Dagger Axe, that's a very, very strong ganking potential.
It's interesting. Didn't I say something about Enchantress? There she is. Comes right out, beautiful as ever. And as we know, man, she hits like a truck, especially when you got a Drow Ranger aura by your side.
She does, but I'm very uncertain about that, because I think Clinks, while you might be able to pressure him on laning stage, I think he just really hurts you in the mid game. Enchantress, your creeps are gonna get eaten in the beginning of the team
fights. He eats your creep and then does the damage to you.
Yeah, and also his Strafe is gonna allow him to hit you even when you have Untouchable on you, as he gets 130 attack speed bonus. Even if you have maxed out Untouchable, he's gonna hit as a normal pace. So I don't know. I don't love it.
I
And Enchantress
agree.
has no armor.
Yeah, Enchantress is a pretty confident pick, especially into something like the Clinks.
You really have to get the momentum and keep going and really 5-man very effectively.
Yeah.
Or else you're in big trouble.
I mean, that's why you're getting you're looking to
remaining.
set an aggressive start with this Enchantress. And
For sure.
yeah, if something happens, it doesn't work out, that's when we see a lot of the trouble, especially if the Clinks is able to kind of build up some momentum and then Enchantress just becomes easy food.
Yeah.
Final bands coming out. VG Gaming Reborn rid of the Death Prophet, while Newbee say no thank you to a Tinker.
There's
Oh.
really
And
not
grab
that
up the
many.
quad.
Okay, there we go. There's
This is
some
pretty
good
in.
spells.
This is pretty. It feels pretty in. Newbee. I mean, Drow is as late as they go as far as damage, as far as real potential. It feels like they're looking to ramp up and end this one out sooner.
Oh,
than later.
definitely. They're looking to have a very strong laning phase,
10
and I think
seconds
VG Gaming need to really be on point, and they need to scout early to get the lanes down as they want them.
5 seconds remaining.
Because a Queen of Pain with the extra damage is going to be hard enough to lane for mid. And I wonder what they're going to pick for their mid laner here. They have the option, of course. Oh, wow. Ember. That is a brave Ember pick. I would not want to be that Ember. Maybe with a Wisp he can do it, though.
Ember into a potential Quap Orchid, Drow Gust. There's some control there. Disruptor.
I just feel it's before that the issue comes out. It's just the laning phase. Normally Ember can get away laning against Queen because he can just poor man shield level 1, take the hits, trade, and then he gets his bottle up at a decent time. But now he really relies on the Wisp to help him out, because if you take some hits from any form of roam towards the mid lane and then the Drow damage on the Queen, you die, man. You die or you go run back to base.
We'll have to see if he's going to be able to do it. Plus, you're going against the Enchantress, that early extra lane aggression coming out. This is going to be a tough one, it feels like, on paper for Vici Gaming Reborn. We'll see if they can kind of avoid the early pressure from
Prepare
Newbee
for
and
battle.
walk away this series with at least a 1-1 split, or if Newbee's high pressure, high intense Drow lineup is going to be able to crush down Vici Gaming Reborn so they can walk away with 2 points. We got predictions here, Waga. Total number of smoke and kills at game's end?
Wow. Well, they smoke up immediately, so
That's easy.
I would say
By game's end.
5 to 8, I think.
I'm going to go 9 to 12. I'm thinking this is going to be
Wow.
very...
I don't think this is going to be that long of a game.
I'm
Good luck,
going
man.
with player with the most kills at 10 minutes. I might not be able to finish these predictions.
Oh, both teams actually smoke into each other here.
Yeah.
But no one can reach each other.
Yeah, DDC
Like,
can't
we got
quite
you.
get close enough for the lift, unfortunately.
Well, that's 2 smoke usages gone. Rip your predictions. I'm lowering mine, man. 0 to 4.
Okay. No, gets hit with that level 1 Thunderstrike you were talking of, and Wisp is like, sorry, buddy, I gotta go. Jumps, ditches his Ember, and makes it away, and First Blood is going to be going to Newbee.
Yeah, that was a good kill to get as well. Disruptor, some extra gold for him early, as he already spent all his money.
Wards
For his
and
team.
everything. I mean, that is just your life as a 5.
Yeah.
They'll take the First Blood bonus. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to get like boots, extra consumables.
The
Yeah,
battle
helps him out a lot.
begins.
Oh, good head start here for Newbee as we get underway.
Little rune trades. No one really contesting after that First Blood.
Yeah.
And body block help on the mid lane by Chuan. Making sure that Mu gets a nice block here. But same thing, of course, FY on the dire side.
Yeah, nothing too surprising, it looks like, here from the laning stage. Hal will reside at the bottom in the meantime. Kaka could join by his side if necessary, but it doesn't seem like it will be necessary. Mikasa, early Iron Talon, straight to the jungle for him, Waga.
He knows
not even
what's
gonna
up.
contest. Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm going to PvE this one.
I don't think you want to offlane as an axe against Disruptor Drow. You
Yeah.
can't do anything. So Iron Talon, definitely the best choice here. I have no disagreements with this.
And if he wants, Kaka could roam around a bit, but, Disruptor's not the biggest ganker to, he'll just work with some pulls, make sure the lane equilibrium doesn't go too far forward. Drow has pretty much a free lane under her own tower to work with.
FY, he tries to find a ward that's gonna block him, but in fact it's not a ward, it's just a little ball. FY, or Tron, sorry, tried to find a ward.
Oh, and FY was right there.
FY just ran in.
was the ward. He just
Yep.
went in and blocked it with his own little wisp body.
Yeah, he ran in at first, and Enchantress hit him a few times, and he was like,
So
okay,
Enchantress
GG wards.
commits all these sentries.
Yeah, but nothing was there, ever. Apart from the Wisp, of course.
Chuan's like, you know what, enough. I'm just going to go in your frickin' jungle and find this centaur, and
Yep.
goes work from there.
I'm sure Tron will find creeps in the end. He's a very experienced Enchantress player. And in fact, they blocked off their own jungle with that sentry ward as well, observer ward as well. So really nice heads-up play by Vici Gaming, preparing for this Enchantress rotation.
Very nice. And we'll hold out, and KP will just have to make do and just try to pressure the casual pull in the meantime. Looks like Mikasa look at self-deny to get himself back to the fountain here, as he does have no gold on hand. While Drow is getting some nice early shots on this tower. In fact, they're even going to pull the wave all the way out and around.
Yeah, he's getting a ton of damage on that.
This could be a very fast tier 1.
That's what happens when you don't go offlane at all. If you just go Iron Talon jungle, then Drow will say, okay, I'm going to push using that aura as well to get extra damage. And yeah, 550 HP on that tower already.
Wow. Mikasa's here now, so he'll try to just kind of be a little bit of a presence so they don't feel too casual about moving the lane forward. And we'll obviously keep the Disruptor around a bit. Back at mid lane in your Moo Quap versus No Ember Spirit matchup.
Oh boy.
We have a gank coming in. It's the Enchantress is here, and he is going to get a kill. Nice early gank lead in.
Yeah, that's the dream creeps to have when you gank as well. Having the Ensnare and the Stomp. Just the
TI2 champion right there.
Best combo you could have. Top lane, KP taking some damage, but should be fine.
Pops us out, and we'll be fine.
Just getting away, and Tron has also been spotted by this ward, running behind the enemy line, of course.
Are they going to prepare for it? Yeah, obviously they will back out and away, and Chuan says they may know I'm coming, so decides to back out, and we'll take his business elsewhere. We pop at bottom lane, where we last witnessed Drow poking at this tower. Still has the most CS in the game at 19-1.
She's probably going to push it back immediately. After this creep wave, she's just going to shove it down back to the tower, force the Axe to react. So far, Axe doesn't even have boots, so they're on the courier coming out, but that's what we want to do. Just stress the Axe so we can't just peacefully jungle.
Because Vici Gaming Reborn can't really afford to get too high octane, if you will, early on in this game. They have a slow rising Ember Spirit to work with, Axe who needs to kind of get his tools together.
Yeah, they need a bit. Ember Spirit definitely takes a long time before he gets online. He needs to travel and the Battle Fury really before he does that much.
Yeah, just anticipate and prepare for when Newbee strike, because you know this team is going to be going on the offensive much more often and much sooner than you're going to be ready for. But if you can avoid, you can duck, you can dodge, maybe you can kind of find your own way. But KP has made a full move in, forces out the DDC telekinesis, but eventually KP just kind of catches on up. But nice interception from Mikasa. Stops Chuan from following through. ZYF cuts her off, gets off a few searing arrows, but it's not going to be enough to get the finish.
Yeah, they're just going to run away. And this troll probably going to get denied as well as the timer. 1 second, yeah. Not going to be able to kill that either. A lot of heroes reacting to Enchantress.
Yeah. And because of that, there's space elsewhere. Meanwhile, mid lane, there is a little bit of a tussle where No will force the Queen of Pain back, but that's even more pressure away from this bottom lane, Waga. And wouldn't you know it, that tier 1 ends up going down.
Yeah, that's one tower. Already down.
Just the beginning for Newbee, if they have anything to say.
Yeah, I got my prediction on the 6 to 10.
No.
Was
Shadow
taking a lot of damage there, but he has a friend. He's gonna survive. Just barely, though.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh, actually, wait, he's dead. Oh! He didn't deny him. Well, he didn't realize they was dead.
Maybe just thought that the one more tick was it. The math.
The math. You gotta be quick on the math.
He did not have
I thought he would live at first too, but then I realized there were 2 ticks remaining. And yeah, even just a level 1 Shadow Strike was enough there.
KP was just like, I'm just hitting creeps, and then the second he tried to sprint in and blitz at the Clinks, he just backed on up, and it's a good thing too. Chuan was waiting around the corner for a chance to strike, and he was able to catch off a good crush. But
I like End making use of the lock boots feature, locking your item so you don't pair it up
accidentally. Yeah. I've seen that happen not long ago.
Yeah,
can't remember. It was a Clinks too. He actually ended up building the Tranquils. It was an awkward situation.
Yeah.
So, here we go. This time, KP will find a target, gets the crush for FY. FY tries to jump back and away here.
He'll be fine.
And it looks like he'll be fine.
So close, though. Could maybe have committed the ulti, but you really don't want ulti for support.
Yeah.
As a queen, you should really make use of your ulti only to kill the cores in the early game. Or if you can get, a kill on a support in a big clash, yes, that's fine. But definitely not for a gank like that.
Yeah. So Moo will just take his business back to the mid lane, but his opposer not there at the moment. No nearby, farming up the jungle, and will at least acquire his boots and stuff.
It seems to be the approach of Vici Gaming here, sitting a lot more defensively compared to Newbee, who are the aggressors, and that gives Newbee so much momentum. This Drow is going to be really farmed, and I wonder what they're going to do, if they're immediately going to switch her to push the other tier 1 towers.
KP suddenly just comes out unleashed. They have a dust. They had been waiting for that moment, and they strike and they succeed.
Oh, TP cancel as well, so they know there's one guy who cannot TP there.
And they continue their assault in the bottom lane too. Yeah, now Pao and Kaka go to work on this tier 2. Wow. The rest of their team going to work on the tier 1. You know, Vici Gaming, they might not get either. Mikasa is casually strolling in from behind here in the bottom lane. They try to go for a sandwich play with some TPs in the middle. They move in, they get the call. Kaka gets the glimpse off, but he can't offer a whole lot more to be able to save this Drow.
I'm actually not even sure that's worth it for Vici Gaming, because look at that tower. Tier 2 tower is 44 HP. So much pushing being done already by Newbee, and map control is everything when you play Clinks. You want to be in the face of the enemy. You want to be in their jungle, taking them down when they're, you know, farming around. Not like this, man.
And that's Newbee able to kind of even continue some pressure here at the top. They saw all those TPs committed to the bottom. They know that any rotation power from Vici Gaming Reborn is going to be a bit limited.
Look at KP, he's just farming with the enemy creeps.
So they're just going to, casually farm wherever they please without too much trouble. Meanwhile, mid lane, No gets up with a Thunderstrike. A glimpse could be there, but it needs 4 more seconds. He's trying to walk him back with enough time. Hits it now. Can he? Just as the Thunderstrike does conclude, the glimpse comes off cooldown. The timings didn't align. Otherwise, things could have got very scary there for the Ember.
Oh, definitely.
Disruptor actually wasn't level 6.
Yeah, but Ember actually didn't have mana for ulti either.
Oh.
He was 110 mana. So it would have been a kill probably if he got it. That's why he tried so hard getting under a tower to do it even.
I'm actually surprised Disruptor isn't level 6 yet, only because he had that lane bottom with the poles and everything to continue farming up, but it's actually not that late in the game. It's still only 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. The tomes haven't even come out yet, so...
It's just that so many towers have been taken down. Makes the game feel like it's much longer in,
That's true. That's the Drow effect, I guess.
Yep. They're gonna keep moving together here. They have the Queen going for the Veil on Mu. It's a very strong item against physical damage. Gonna help him survive against the Clinks.
Mikasa's also making some decent time for his blink.
They don't want to lose this tower. Vici, they're gonna make a stand. Can they though?
I don't know. Vici move in, they get a quick snipe, taking out Disruptor in the back lines. Can ZYF walk away from it? He can't.
Oh,
he walks away and just happens to hustle out now from the rush.
TP's out and taunts them a little bit as well. Ooh. That was so lucky though. He hits him 3 times uphill and doesn't miss a single time. Alright, dude.
I see you. He gets that one done. A quick snipe doesn't seem to deter Newbee too much. He's actually already back and TPing to the mid lane, Waga, and will be able to help assist.
Dire's middle tower
and that is going to be a tier 1 takedown for Newbee. So quick solid grab for them, and they make all tier 1s go down.
This really opens up Roshan as well, and they have such a great lineup to take it. They just want to get rid of this bottom tier 2, which is 44 HP, and then you don't really even need to get rid of the tier 2 mid before you take Roshan. So the pace of this game is so quick, and while they do play a great Clinks over on the side of Vici Gaming, they really are just left in the dust here. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, unless they find a way to really ramp things up, which I don't know what that is. No feels like a whole other game ahead of him before he can really be a serious, relevant factor in this. I mean, is it... what do you consider? I mean, do you still go for boots of travel
on the Disruptor, diving, but nope. Wow. He's really looking for anything. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Kaka's going to be fine. He walks back in a way. It was pretty close, but just where the Ember decides to build up, because it is kind of a slower pace for your Ember. I don't know if you go into the boots of travel to try to accelerate your global presence and farm a bit, or if you take it elsewhere.
I think you have to go travels, but I really like the travels into Blink Dagger builds. I know a lot of people go for the travels into Battle Fury, and you kind of have to have a good farming tool, you feel. But in this game, it's not about farming. It's about how you take the fights and how you stop this Drow from doing what they're currently doing, just taking the entire map. And there's so much vision in the enemy jungle here. Newbee, they know everything. They can do whatever they want right now. Full information. And they're gonna say, Roshan, that's our choice. Probably moving towards it. Might not even go for it.
Al says that tower's still there, and it still has pretty much
no life. He can point it down with 1 hit, so...
He's going for it. Boop, bop,
actually,
bing,
okay, whatever.
Bong, bong, this goddamn backdoor protection. There it goes.
And Mu takes it. That's perfect.
It's like, are you serious, bro? I did all of the work on that tower, and you just... Okay.
That's 6 towers going down in the first 11 minutes, by the way.
That's what you want when you got a drow on your team, I imagine there.
Definitely. 5 towers going your way as well. Not
Vici
bad.
Gaming moving with the smoke here. They have that Mikasa Blink Dagger, and they're hoping to put it to some strong use here in the bottom lane, though it could be a full team 5-on-5 clash.
They've seen
they smoked themselves. They'll see the courier come back. KP moves in. A swing and a miss on the crush. Vici Gaming are like, oh, they know we're here. Let's not do this.
Now they got the amplify damage as well, so they really have to just TP out, run away.
They're like, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this anymore. We got to go. And Newbee are trying to make them pay. They're trying to catch him on the way out, and they've already made their move. They spotted out ZYF, and they get him down.
Beautiful there. Newbee plays so tight. I really love the way they move across the map. Like the way they react when they feel the enemy are missing.
Yeah.
Just good play. They did have deep wards, so it was pretty obvious what they were doing. But even so, they put themselves in such a winning position.
Yep. Vici Gaming, once they saw that movement, so hesitant, tried to withdraw. Not going to be happening here. Newbee get their advantage and continue to have it accelerate here. They're going to be able to claim the Roche, the Aegis. They're going to begin to move up and ahead closer to that like 7,500 net worth advantage already.
Oh no, the stack. They're going to try and steal the enemy stack as well on the Ancients. Drow is like, thank you. I'll just stand here and farm for the next 50 seconds or so.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. He'll take a lot of time though, but House says
he'll get it.
I have
eventually.
some time, but ZYF is nearby.
He's got time to kill.
He's going for a Satyr and will be spotted out by the troll. So they get what they can fast, but this is going to be a bit of a heartbreak here for
Mikasa, who wanted to steal this, or have this. That was his.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I kind of get upset by the inefficiency of killing the big black dragon last, as it gives 3 armor to every other creep. But, you know, no hard feelings, guys.
Like, what if you commit onto the dragon first, and then they end up showing up when it's like, oh, I could have got 2 small creeps. Oh, well. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, the extra armor does make the rest of the stack a bit more difficult, but they'll get the whole stack regardless. Walk away.
Slowly, though. Slowly,
it was slowly, but... they had time. They had plenty of time, and now Newbee continue feeling courageous here. Mid lane, feeling confident. Getting their move. Imagine a chest of treats are coming their way on this courier right now. As it looks like Drow Ranger's helm is going to be totally complete, and even a nice little shadow amulet to boot.
Yeah, going to get really strong with that. And in fact, did not go for the entire veil on the Queen of Pain. He bought the second old Tasman, but he's already gotten rid of it again.
Going right for the Orchid. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, there's nothing that this Ember is going to be able to do to stop the silence at this point.
Yeah, still has to pick it up though, so maybe they will play defensively. And wow, true shot or precision aura. That is a bonus of 10 damage for all the ranged units of Dire. Sadly, it doesn't work based off Drow's Agi, it works based off Rubik's.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's not great.
Definitely. I believe he wanted to silence a little bit more.
Plus 20 damage, enjoy it there.
Oh, now he can steal the silence. He wants to. He wants to go for it. Come on, he's a little bit scared.
Pinging it out here. Newbie still hanging around the welcome mat of the Vici Gaming base here, looking to close this series out with 2 points. And they're getting closer to it. A quick D-ward to move in. There's the crush from KP. They're leading up Static Storm. Kinetic field. Soma takes for the axe. The FY moves in, but doesn't look to bail him out, and he will lose his own life. A buyback quickly used from Mikasa, and Newbee might reevaluate their position. They step back, wait a moment, but they're going to be able to catch the move. They catch him, they pull him in. KP with his own commitment, could have getting dunked, but no, has enough life, will live on. And here comes the machine gun house. Steps in and quickly shoots down Mikasa. That's his buyback. He is out. Ember's also going to be out without a buyback, and Newbee could look to just take the whole mid lane.
Not a single player managed to get close to a Drow Ranger in these fights. He just stands there, deals so much damage. Beautiful call onto Queen of Pain after a respawn, but at what cost, Call guy?
Looks like a cost of a tier 3, but nothing further after that. And with a couple of casualties going down, including your Ember Spirit, not looking so good in the grand scheme of things here for Vici Gaming Reborn.
Oh,
so Newbee will walk away and look at the extra gifts and goodies that are going to be coming their way. Shadow Blade now totally complete for your Drow Ranger. And a 4-staff soon to be done for KP. The rich get richer.
Everyone really getting so much. Even Queen of Pain, who died there, you know, she's starting to build into whatever's going to be a next item. Probably Aghanim's coming out next, or BKB if she wants so. And getting a DD rune as well. Condolences for dying.
Well, Vici Gaming, we've seen them in this position a couple of times today, Waga. They will spread the map, they will farm.
The losing position, is that what you're...
In a certain sense, I'm circling around to that, yes.
It's been a hard day for
maybe
Vici.
they look this way and they try to approach it in a different light, but ZYF could be close to trouble here. Happens to walk up and over a sentry, gets pinged out, and Hao goes on the move. Under a Shadow Blade, but will not be able to make chase.
Running on his Clinks, trying to get away. Gotta be safe, and at the same time, right now, Vici Gaming are splitting the map a little bit more. And Newbee, they want to get to the enemy base as soon as possible, but they can't really do it right now. They have to deal with the top lane for sure, and X could even add more pressure to this right now if you wanted to. Slowly, though, position themselves for the bottom lane, I guess.
Yeah, it's coming. You know, it's... And what do you think about the commitment for them of going for this Wisp? I mean, it's not like we've seen any relocate offensive plays. I'm not even seeing too many defensive relocate plays. Who do you tether to even buff up in this game, if anybody?
I just feel they lost the laning stage too hard. And Newbee have such a good laning stage drafts. It's hard to make a play as a Wisp.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Shadow Blade, DDC is dead.
Ouch. Gets hit once, twice, three. And
he's even giving it away to his teammates.
He's gonna give it to Moo.
What a friend.
What a guy.
Radiant's top tower.
It's like, here, dude. You get this.
Mikasa just has to sit and watch from the trees like, DDC.
Oh, they're going though.
Okay, they're making their move. There's the jump from Mikasa. Gets to the backliner Hao. Looking to go right for the Drought. Can Vici Gaming Reborn make their swarm and get the job done? They will be able to dunk her down. Moo! How dare you do that to my friend? Moves in, tries to get redemption, is able to clean up one, and Chuan steps in as well and gets another. One to the next. They get them all in the end. It doesn't matter for VG Gaming Reborn. Try their best to spring the trap, but Newbee get the job done.
I was very surprised that VG Gaming just went there, and it was not a good choice in the end either. I don't think that was an opening.
I mean, we've seen them in this kind of position where they try to stall things out and defend it from the high ground, make the yellow smoke plays. This time, they just went for it.
I guess they realized they have to do something. You have to be active if you want to win against the Drow lineup, but Newbee are so good at being in good defensive positions. When someone goes on one of them, the rest will be there to punish very quickly. So, sadly, just giving away more. Rich get richer once more, Kodoge.
The Newbee march continues on here towards the mid lane while Moo covers the top. Bottom's already doing okay on its own here, but there's some racks that I'm sure would like to go down here if you're a big Newbee fan. So we'll see if they're going to be able to make their approach and what Vici Gaming can offer
I think
in any sort of high ground defense.
I think if you're a Newbee, though, you should play it slow right now and just take Roach. I don't think they want to break high ground against this team that could easily catch you out. They can definitely try and go no top, but just walking up the ramp is pretty game-losing for them right now. You want to do it with an Aegis. It's so close as well until the Roach is going to be back.
No steps away, Remnants, and TPs himself back into the bottom lane to continue farming and relieving a little bit of pressure down there. It looks like he's getting closer to a Battle Fury. You know, it's a step in the right direction, but still quite the build-up for your Ember Spirit before you hit that high road of sweeping out creep waves with a Rapier and such to be able to kind of take it home in the late game.
Every game we see Ember, I feel like he struggles a lot just because it takes so long until he gets online. And nobody really wants to do these experimental builds that people were doing for a while. The tanky Ember builds with, I mean, even a Vanguard, a Vladimir's Armlets. People were doing some crazy builds. And I actually think those builds would have worked better than what people are doing now. It's too slow. You're just giving up all the map control in the early game. Your most farmed hero is Ember. Doesn't really matter. Oh boy.
ZYF spotted in crossing here, and he is not going to be able to make it away with it. How dare you walk past us.
And he's really struggling to get his Desolator online. He's been trying over and over, but 4 deaths to his name. Getting slowed down so much by Newbee. And KP has been doing a good job this game. 1-0-7 on the Slardar. Gonna go for one more.
Yep, he's been an absolute stud, setting up these ganks and making these approaches his, you know, top lane presence and being patient and being able to get those early knockdowns of the Clinks. A testament to where Newbee have been able to get into this position now.
Oh wow, Moo commits, but that's not gonna kill an axe.
That was ambitious, but I guess...
yeah, that was a big whiff, because he was a few hundred HP off. Even with the Orchid damage in the fountain, it's not gonna kill him.
Yeah, Moo's got that NA math going, so it's okay.
Math. Once again. Damn you, math.
Math. Well, no. Cleaning out the front steps here. And hopes that maybe Newbee will slow their roll a bit. As mentioned, waiting out for the Roche to
how
kind
could
of
go
get
on
a
mid
secure done.
with the Silver Set? He could lead with it.
Boom, boom.
Oh man, 4 hits. Ouch. 4 hits to kill an Ember. All right, not bad.
Turns Ember into a debunked, lifeless body there in the mid lane. Out for 40 seconds. No buyback to his name.
And Roshan is up and saying hello. Newbee going for it immediately.
Yes, they will get this, and they will try to force Vici into submission.
And they also have the entire Aghanims now on Queen, so they can be a little bit more generous with ulti. Even though he's been very generous so far as well.
Yeah. He's been throwing out like they're hugs.
Yep.
This is Roche going down. Age is going to be picked up now, along with that Aghanims as mentioned, and Newbee now in the final stretch of what they expect to be the outcome of this game.
I mean, VG have to play perfect from here to make this game turn around. They have to just get one really clean initiation with the axe. Too bad he doesn't have the blade mail just yet.
Too bad he's been spotted.
And he's dead.
Moo moves in, sets it up with the Orchid. Gets the call off, and this time doesn't bother with the Sonic Wave as it's still on cooldown actually. But nonetheless, they're going to get the kill. Mikasa's out 40 seconds. They won't have that axe call. Now what's the dream? What is the dream setup? Without an axe?
The dream tether, slowing everyone.
Yeah. KP just doesn't even hesitate, goes right into the back lines. They spot out No, and it's going to force a quick evacuation there from the Wisp. And you blink and you miss it. Drow had been going to work on the racks, takes out both of them too, and all the meanwhile. Newbee hit, and they hit fast and hard.
Yeah, they could even fake back here if they wanted to. The Silver Sedge could re-engage, but they're just going to go for bottom maybe. Could even back off if they wanted to, really, but
nah.
Eagle Song coming up. I think they can keep going with the Aegis.
Don't need to back off.
They are spotted by a ward.
CYF takes a very deep approach, keeping his Clinks what he feels like will be behind Newbee lines.
Yeah, there's a gem, of course, on KP, so have to be very careful on the Clinks right now.
Yeah.
So hard to evade that.
And we'll have to see if they end up crossing paths with ZYF or if he's just going to patiently wait here in the corner.
Yeah, he's trying to hide the best he can. He's actually pretty close to the Desolator. He just needs a little bit more money, but there's nowhere to farm for little Clinks these days.
Here comes Newbee. They've gotten the wards down, and they are going to be confidently beginning their move here. ZYF getting further away.
Oh, there's also an Orchid going out. Move.
Oh! This time the math worked.
Yeah. It works.
And that is going to be a 5 vs 4 possible final defense here for Vici Gaming Reborn. Here comes Newbee, looking to walk away with 2 points unless Vici Gaming Reborn walks right into a gust rather, and potentially right into his own death. Mikasa will be there to help him out with the leading call, but eventually they will grab that Ruby, take him down. He's going to be forced to buy back, and Newbee just not even being stopped. The bulldozers ramming in. It's like Vici Gaming Reborn just throwing themselves into her cannon, and they can't do anything to stop it. Newbee just too big, too bad, too strong. They get game number 2 and 2 points.
Yeah, that's like very clean 2-0 against Vici Gaming. Yes, first game was a really long game and a lot of a struggle, but game 2, they made it look easy.
Newbee just show, man, they got that flexibility. They could take games long.
Are you feeling happy now, having them as your #1 prediction?
Yeah, so far they're looking like a #1 kind of a team, but it is Vici Gaming Reborn. We don't know yet where their potential really is.
Yep.
But based on just the diversity of how Newbee were able to run their lineups, yeah, I would have to say they got a good amount of flexibility.
Yeah. We'll be interested.